As a defenseless winged creature, navigating the prairies in bright orange and black seems courageous. But a bit of boldness goes a long way for the monarch butterfly.
You can have this beautiful butterfly that doesn't need to hide. It's almost like a skunk. It's got this warning coloration so animals can see it and know, like, avoid this one.
That coloration makes monarchs the most recognizable species of butterfly in Manitoba, and they make the trip here every year for our delicious milkweed, of which we have 4 or 5 different species at the Living Prairie Museum. The milkweed is poisonous, but for some reason it doesn't bother these little guys who feast exclusively on the stuff.
And they eat so much milkweed that they then become bad tasting, and so birds won't eat them and other animals won't eat the caterpillar, and then that transfers into the butterfly too.
It's a built-in protection, and monarchs need all they can get along their lengthy migratory path all the way to Mexico and back.
The ones that leave Winnipeg aren't the same ones that come back. It's the grandkids, so they'll have a generation in southern US, another generation as they get closer to Winnipeg, and then they'll make it back to Winnipeg.
And so these bright colors fight through freak snowstorms, vehicle traffic, and fewer places to rest along the way as their habitat becomes more and more threatened in the south. This year, they're seeing a smaller number of monarchs at the Living Prairie Museum, and it may be cause for concern.
It does fluctuate, but every time it happens, you do get worried, like, you know, because it's kind of an indicator of kind of a broader issue. Like, if it is their habitat loss in Mexico, you know, then that's something that we can't really control, you know, as easily from here in Canada.
There are a few other species of butterflies that migrate, but for some reason, monarchs fly the furthest, traveling north as far as the milkweed will take them.
The other butterflies, some of them will overwinter as eggs, some of them will overwinter as a chrysalis, others will overwinter as an adult. You know, they'll crawl into the leaves on the forest floor or the ground, and they'll live through the winter. So every species of butterfly has a different way of dealing with our winter, and that's just the one that they've chosen.
During the summer months, you can see monarchs at pretty much every stage of their life here at the Living Prairie Museum. One of the problems they've been having, though, is that people have been taking the caterpillars home. So just make sure that if you want those butterflies in your backyard, the easiest way is to plant some milkweed. For Go Winnipeg, I'm Kim Kasher.